What is up, everybody? It is your local Ottawa fan. I am here today to talk to you about, take a guess, an overtime loss to the Boston Fleet, 3-2. I'm going to preface this by quickly saying there was another game that ended 3-2 in overtime that was played the same day that really boosted my mood, but I'm gonna remove myself from that, and I might make a Four Nations video because it was amazing. But let's focus on the task at hand. I don't know what else to say. Penalties weren't that bad. Penalties weren't as bad this time. Scoring. We didn't score until less than 4 minutes to go in the game, but you remember what I said last video about how I'd freak out if we lost another overtime game? I think I jokingly said, "Oh, I can't wait till we do that against Boston." Oh, we did, but here's the thing: the fashion makes it so much worse. It's not just that we came back and then lost in overtime anyway. It's that we thoroughly dominated that overtime. And if you can remember, I half jokingly said, "Oh, we should just pull the goalie next time we get possession of the puck." Joke gone. Joke is completely gone. You have played 7 overtimes in your existence as a franchise. 7 games that have ended in overtime. You've never, ever won 3-on-3. Never have you won 3-on-3. So I don't know what more to say. Because getting 1 point at this point in the season, it's meaningless. Throw it in the garbage. If we are giving our opponents a point, we are behind 4 teams. 4 teams. We are chasing everyone in as many games played. And we aren't behind by a point or 2. Everyone has, I believe it's a 5 now, like a 5-point gap, a 4 or 5-point gap. Everyone has a multi-game lead over us. So I'm sorry, but no, 1 point, meaningless. Throw it in the garbage. We don't need it. We need wins. Only wins. From here on out. So if it goes to overtime, quite frankly, I don't care. Unless we win. I really cannot be bothered if it goes to overtime and we get a point. Especially in a league where wins are 3 points. Games are worth 3 points. So getting 1 out of 3 points isn't exactly good. When you are giving your opponent 2 points a night. When the opponent that you're chasing in the standings has actually gained a bigger gap. You did not hunt them down. You made things worse. You dug yourself a deeper hole. But you know what? You know what really gets me? You know what really irks me? We dominated that overtime. We actually didn't, I thought we had a pretty rough game. I thought Boston played better for a good chunk of it. I thought our second period was good. I thought our first period wasn't. And I thought our third period, it was okay. And then the end obviously was... I'm actually not even going to say the end was really good. Because I thought we were lucky to get to overtime. And I'm going to get into the third period in specific and why I think that, saying it was a great third ending is it was great in terms of the drama and the excitement, but in terms of the play it wasn't, in my opinion. But in overtime it was. I counted at least 3 opportunities to end it in overtime where it was easy wide open net, just finish it off, put the game away. Finally can we win a game in overtime? And no. And then what do? We give the puck away. Boston goes down on a breakaway. Oh, no gas left in the tank for us, I guess. But yes, for Boston. And just a free... No, didn't even try to use the stick to stop it. No, just a free breakaway right to the back of the net. At that point, just put in a 4th player. So that we, A, can conserve our energy. And B, hopefully just don't give it away in general. Though this game, that was asking a lot. Because I don't see us winning 3-on-3. I think maybe if you want to get the monkey off the back, and there's got to be a mental block. Because we had so many chances where any other team would have buried it. Any other team in this league would have won if they were in our shoes. To come back from such certain defeat to force overtime and play as well as we did in overtime and still not win. Every other team, yes, that includes New York, every other team would have won this game except for us because we can't win in overtime. If the game goes to overtime, I'm going to say do one of two things. Either pull the goalie, or when you get the puck, pass it between two players and burn the 5 minutes. So you maybe at least have a 1 in 4 shot of winning. Because I have no faith in this team. None. I have none. Do you have any faith that if we go to overtime, like let's say we got a game against Montreal. Let's say we actually get to overtime against Montreal. You really have any faith that we're going to win that game? If I tell you that we go to overtime against Montreal and the game ends in overtime, do you really think it's a 50-50 chance that we win? Or do you think the odds are overwhelmingly in Montreal's favor? Overwhelmingly in everyone else in the league's favor? Because everyone else in the league has gotten it together in overtime. Except for us. Even when we do have it together and we have like a tap-in goal, we have a goaltender scrambling, we can't find the back of the net. And the problem is that it's been all season that we can't find the back of the net. We need offense, we need scoring. And I'm not saying it's completely gone. We got some players, Clark, I like Hughes and Vanisova. I'm gonna say McMahon as well. McMahon has been quite good. Victoria Bach. Those are players where not only do I think that they're good, have they provided us some offense, those players I think are untradeable alongside obviously Emryn Smashmeyer and Danielle Serdachny. I think those are our completely untradeable. So Clark, Vanisova, Hughes, Bach, McMahon, Serdachny, Mashmeyer. That 7 right there, in my opinion, are the completely untradables. They night in, night out consistently. It's amazing. And the reason why I say untradables, and that's a very small list, is because I know this team. We trade fan favorites a lot. Nobody makes a bigger splash when it comes to PWHL trades. I know we've been involved with, what, is it 3 trades now? I think 3 trades. So I think 5 trades have happened in the PWHL, and we've been involved with 3. So, I'm attached to a lot of these players, but I'm also this team isn't afraid. I'm so happy Canada. If Canada lost, this video would be even, more of a downward spiral. Thank you, Connor McDavid, for, making it a memorable night. For a different reason. I can at least remember February 20th, 2025 with good vibes in terms of hockey. It was a good night. That's the thing. I enjoy charge games. They're still fun. And this is a perfect example of the vibes were good going into overtime. I can't. Who was it that said it was the loudest they've heard fans react at a charge game? It was on Blue Sky, and I agree. But okay, quick breakdown, right? 15 seconds in, a turnover almost led to a goal. 15 seconds in. It's tight, but Boston's finding more space, bit more pressure, and we leave them wide open, 1-0. And it's not just that they're outplaying us, it's that we are outplaying ourselves. We made a lot of mistakes where I'm what do we do? I could not count the amount of times we no-look passed to absolutely nobody. Just to the middle of the ice, to a Boston player, to Joe out in Timbuktu. Again, this is where I talk about coach. That's something that you got to be aware of. If you no-look pass, you better be damn sure that you are passing to a teammate. Or passing to a spot that a teammate can get to before anyone else. Not just, there's some pressure on you, you're going to lose a puck battle, so you just gotta throw the puck away to wherever. We've had turnovers like that a whole bunch. We had a lot of giveaways this game. I felt like we kept giving it away. But the thing is, I felt like we were giving it away needlessly. Because sometimes, I get it. You see somebody who's wide open, easy goal. You throw it cross ice, and oh, you didn't see the player who was going to sneakily take it away from you. But some of these, I was like, we're better than this. I know how good these players are. I've seen them in some international competition. I know that these are really good players. So I don't know why we're making some decisions like that. Sloppy. It was a sloppy first, if I'm being honest. We finally get a clean entry, which we struggled with a lot. I'd say throughout the game, but especially in the first. And this clean entry draws a penalty. We go on a power play. Finally, can we get something going our way? No. 9 seconds in, jailbreak. 9 seconds. I don't know. I haven't checked online. I haven't gone through the stats if that's the fastest jailbreak ever in the history of the P, but I assume it is. And if it isn't, it's definitely up there. It's going to be up there. If it is, and I think it is, it'll probably stand for a while. Because, the face-off comes in your end. So you have 9 seconds to get out of your end and then also immediately score. And Boston did that to go up 2-0. Again, if we just don't take a power play, we win this game. Not a penalty, a power play. Oh, wait, no, that was the first power play we did. Okay, it was the second one. Yes, there were 2 power plays, and the first one was okay. The second one, jailbreak. In any case, it's a nightmare period. It's a joke. It's a joke. Like, what team does that? Two times. When the momentum should have been all on our side, we gave away a breakaway that directly led to a goal. How do you do that? How do you do that and then say, oh, we're okay. We're still in it. We're still in the playoff race. Huh. We're in the race for first. No. Not first in the standings. First overall in the draft. That's the race we're in. Honestly, there's a part of me that's like, now I'm cheering for Ottawa, obviously. And when New York plays us, I want us to beat New York. But I'm adopting New York as my second team just because I want to see someone different in the playoffs. And with games like this, I struggle to think of how it's going to be us. Because we are like really falling into the pitfalls of last season now. Now in this second half. We have a good game, and then back-to-back OT losses. The Ottawa Classic here. Oh, did we score a lot of goals? No, only 2. Ooh, Love me some of that. Love me some of that lack of goal-scoring overtime loss. Yum. Ottawa fans ate good tonight. I told you this video would be the one, right? That would break me. I said that, another overtime loss. Oh, just you wait. I didn't have to wait. That's the best part. There was no waiting. There's never any waiting. I'm honestly at a point where even though objectively an overtime win is not as good as a regulation win, I just want us to win in overtime to get it done and over with. I just want to make sure that we beat an expansion team. There's going to be an expansion decision in 4 to 6 weeks. You know that? So we might find out real soon that we are going to have expansion teams. And it sickens me to say this, but I'm not totally convinced that Ottawa is going to be able to win an overtime game before an expansion team. I mean it. There's a genuine shot that Detroit will get to overtime and win a game before a team that has 2 full seasons of extra experience. An overtime game. Singular. Solitary. 1. We are This was game 18. So last season we played 24 games. So this is game 42, isn't it? This is like this is the context I want to give you. Imagine a team is past the halfway mark in an NHL season with 0 OT wins. 0. 1 shootout win, 0 in overtime. You would think, how? You at that point, you wouldn't even be like, oh, they're bad. You'd actually kind of be curious as to how that's even possible. Second period, good start. Some sustained zone time, though, for Boston for like a minute after a good start. We take a penalty for tripping. I thought it was a clean hit. Whatever. But it's a better period, Boston did a great job at blocking our shots. And like I said, passes to no one. Serdachny, who... She got the monkey off her back. She got a point, but she nearly tapped one in. Robbed. Stopped at the last second, just robbed. We can't score. We're having a good power play. We're having a good period, We're having a good period. But in the weak period, we let in 2 goals. On the better period, goose egg. We get a late penalty. We almost got a jailbreak. But, shocker, we can't find the rebound to finish. Right before the period ends, they take a penalty. And the power play will lead into the third. Don't even know if that's a good thing. Maybe they'll score in 9 seconds. Again, third period starts. I didn't like the start. Boston got a lot of zone time. We were, again, completely unable to go tape to tape, and I was thinking, down by 2 goals, I don't see us coming back from this. Boston's just outplaying us. And then a little thing happened. And I'm starting to get maybe someone who might be a new favorite player. I get that the gloves stayed on. But let's be real. We saw the first ever PWHL fight. Punches were thrown and contact was made. Yes, contact was made with the cage, but put on a cage helmet, then have some put on a helmet with the cage, then give somebody hockey gloves and say, "Punch me, please," and see how fun it feels. See how nice it is. It probably ain't gonna be a fun time for you. Sure, it might not hurt as... I don't know what'll hurt more, but I imagine the knuckle to the face might hurt a little bit more, but you're still getting punched either way. It's not fun. And both of them punches were thrown. And first off, good on Vanisova for stepping up to the challenge. Hit, knocked down, continued to be knocked down, no stick in her hand, rips it out of Boston, and has a go. And in my opinion... we can say it. Vanisova won the first PWHL fight. In my opinion, she won that fight. I think it was Jill Saunier was the competition. It took a while for the rest to discuss. Ultimately, they were both given double minors, I think, for roughing. So it was 4-on-4 for 4 minutes. Which, first off, I actually love, and personally, I think that one players fight, it should be 4-on-4. I mean, it's a penalty, right? I personally am like, if it was double minors, it'd be 4-on-4. They did something even worse than a double minor, and it's just regular hockey. I hope that other teams take note, though, because I thought this would be what would happen. Eventually, teams would figure out the loophole of, well, if I keep my gloves on, it's technically not a fight. They'll probably just call it like a double minor or something, and yeah, we can fight. And Vanisova did just that. She fought. Good fight. Double minor, 4-on-4. And then, with a little under a minute in the 4-on-4, which was exciting, I think it went a bit both ways. Boston takes a penalty. 4-on-3. Okay, can we score here? No. We cannot. We cannot score here. But very quickly afterwards, we do 3-3 to tie it up. Who got an assist? Was that Vanisova? Huh. Fighting an assist. Huh. That's interesting. Nothing's crazy going to happen, no? When we scored with 3:33, I got a bit excited, but I also was like 3:33 to score 2 goals. That's not optimistic for the Charge. I know this team. I know that we aren't a heavy goal-scoring team. And then we took a penalty, and I was like, this is it. This is it. And to make it worse, we kill off the penalty, but we don't get the puck. A team that's down 1 and kills off a penalty, there was about a minute and a half left when the penalty ended. You need to have the goalie pulled by a minute. Like, if there's I think it was about 26 seconds from when our penalty ended, a minute 26, and those 26 seconds need to be you establishing control of the puck and pulling your goalie. We did not pull our goalie until there was 10 seconds left in the game because we were completely unable to gain control of the puck. We finally got a shot on Boston, forced them to cover, and with 7 seconds left, okay, we get a brief 6-on-5 for 7 seconds. It's not like we're going to win the faceoff and right off the draw. So, oh my gosh, we win the faceoff right off the draw. We score. Ottawa ties it 2-2. And so Savalainen scored the goal to make it 2-1 off of an assist from Vanisova. Who scored this goal? We got it. The Gordie Howe hat trick. Or I think as we should call it in the P, the Vanisova hat trick. We get the Vanisova hat trick, a goal, an assist, and a fight in the same game. So to lose that game, you see why I'm so upset? 3 seconds left, technically 2.9, less than 3 seconds left. We tie it up. We force overtime. In overtime, Boston has a bit of a good start, and then we get the puck, and we're just giving it to them. Cross-ice pass, just looping around, playing in circles. We had every opportunity to end it. But we give it away, and the game is gone. It's the same. Like I said, watch the overtime if you haven't. Look at the overtime. Look at what we did in overtime, and tell me that any other team in the PWHL loses after playing in overtime like that. They don't. There is no Boston breakaway because the game is ended well before then. Now hockey, lots of hockey left. This is a homestand, right? Not going good so far. I mean, I guess technically we've gotten 5 out of 9 points. So technically we're above 500 in that aspect. Minnesota just embarrassed Montreal. That's the last game Montreal played. Montreal's a very good team. I find it hard to believe that Montreal drops back-to-back games, but we need to force that. We need to show up. We need to have some sort of fight. We need to claw our way back into at least the conversation. Because right now, I don't think we're even in the playoff conversation. I don't think we are. We got to earn that. It's not gifted to you. We have 6 wins in 18 games. You got to earn the playoff conversation. And you don't earn it with an overtime like that. So buck up, lace up, and get ready for a big game. Because if I have to come back here and make another loss, like I said, I wanted, at the end of game 15, I said I wanted 3 more wins by game 20. We have 1 since then. So we got game 19 and game 20. I don't want to be making more stronger statements. And as always, go, Ottawa, go.